You think life evolves freely. You're wrong. Nature isn't inventing anything. It's a mad collage artist, endlessly stitching the same designs together. You think a crab is just one kind of animal. Wrong again. The crab is evolution's ultimate curse. At least 5 separate times, completely unrelated creatures independently evolved into crabs. This phenomenon is called convergent evolution. It sounds academic, but it's terrifying, because it suggests something disturbing. The end results of life may already be locked in. And that's not even the scariest part. In 2021, researchers discovered that echolocation wasn't invented once. It was invented at least 4 times independently. Bats, dolphins, whales, cave birds, even some blind humans. Different species, different biological hardware, but the same algorithm, as if an invisible programmer copied and pasted the same code into completely different DNA. So here's the question. If evolution is truly random, why do we keep getting the same answers? Wings were invented at least 4 times, eyes over 40 times, placentas copied at least 10 times. So what's really going on? The answer is even crazier. In 2019, scientists ran an insane experiment. They took 12 groups of genetically identical bacteria, placed them into 12 completely isolated environments, and let them evolve on their own. After 20,000 generations, guess what happened? Every single group developed the same mutations, the same metabolism, the same survival strategies. Even the timing of the mutations was nearly identical. Think about that. It's like taking 12 newborn babies, sending them to different planets, and 80 years later, they grow up to be the same person, saying the same words, dreaming the same dreams. And then the fossil record gets involved. In 1708, German quarry workers uncovered a perfectly preserved skeleton in rock layers 183 million years old. Everyone thought it was a dolphin. Problem is, dinosaurs were still ruling the Earth back then. Dolphins wouldn't appear for another 50 million years. This creature was an ichthyosaur, a reptile. But it didn't just look like a dolphin. Its body was streamlined. Top speed? 40 kilometers per hour. A crescent-shaped tail for powerful thrust. The same dark on top, light underneath camouflage. Fossils show it gave birth to live young, in almost the exact same way modern dolphins do. Then, 90 million years ago, ichthyosaurs went extinct. The oceans stayed empty for 40 million years. Until, about 50 million years ago, some 4-legged land animals that hunted fish decided to enter the water. Millions of years later, they became whales and dolphins. Evolution didn't design a new body. It simply rebuilt a 90 million-year-old extinct design, using mammal parts this time. Nature wasn't creating. It was copy-pasting, but that's still just the beginning. In 2018, researchers uncovered something even more unsettling. Australia once had an animal called the thylacine, the Tasmanian tiger. It went extinct in 1936. When scientists examined the last specimen, they discovered its skull matched that of a wolf with 96% accuracy. Jaw muscle attachment points, eye socket angles, tooth arrangement, almost identical. Except the thylacine was a marsupial. It had a pouch. Its last common ancestor with wolves lived 160 million years ago. That's farther apart than you and a goldfish, and it gets worse. Scientists fed AI every known dog skull on Earth and asked it a question. If a kangaroo evolved into a carnivore, what would it look like? The AI-generated model was almost identical to a thylacine, less than 3% error, which means this. Given the same environment, no matter what species you start with, evolution will squeeze life into the same shape, as if an invisible hand is using a mold to mass-produce organisms. South America proves it again. There were never rhinos there, yet evolution produced an animal with horns, weighing over a ton, nearly identical to a rhinoceros. A perfect rhino replica, in a place where rhinos never existed. Because physics decides everything. Want to move fast in water? You must be streamlined. Fluid dynamics demands it. Want to fly? Aerodynamics limits your wings. Want to dig underground? Mechanical stress shapes your claws. Physics locks in the possibilities of life. That's why burrowing animals in Africa, Europe, and Australia all evolved cylindrical bodies, reduced eyesight, and powerful forelimbs. They didn't copy each other. There may have been only one correct answer. In 2020, researchers counted over 6,000 cases of these evolutionary coincidences. Flight invented 4 times, live birth 140 times. Even venom was independently invented over 200 times. Snakes, spiders, jellyfish, scorpions, different organs, same neurotoxins. So here's the final, horrifying question. If there's another Earth-like planet out there with oceans, atmosphere, and similar gravity, what will life look like? The answer is almost certain. Streamlined swimmers in the sea, winged creatures in the sky, gliders in the forests, blind diggers underground. Not because they copied Earth, but because physics is universal. Evolution isn't inventing new answers, it's solving the same equation over and over again. And the solution was written into the laws of physics from the moment the universe was born. What we call randomness and chance may just be the same script performed again and again. You think you are evolving, but maybe you are only being filtered. The script of life may have been written from the very beginning.